It's no secret that Google's game streaming service Stadia had a less than perfect launch to its name. Because of this and missing features at the time, Stadia had a hard time getting gamers to try its new service. But this doesn't mean that Stadia is without great features. Over time and since its initial launch, Stadia has been able to release much of its promised features to its user base. With that being said, here is our top 10 features found on Google Stadia. Number 10. State Share. State Share, much like many of the things found on this list, is a feature unique to Google Stadia. With State Share, gamers are able to create playable segments of games called game states where they can either replay at a later time or, more impressively, share with other players.
State Share on Stadia is a souped-up game invite. It's actually a slightly more ambitious feature than that though, as Stadia Share effectively works like a game invite but with some notable benefits and added flexibility. Like many of the emulators you've probably played for classic consoles, being able to save a state rather than using in-game saving means you can jump in right back where you left off, no changes whatsoever.
Being able to pick up right where your friend or your favorite streamer/content creator left off is a great way to interact with one another and a feature we really enjoy. Playing these game states do not interfere with current game progression, but it is important to say that game states work differently between games depending on how the developer decides to implement this feature. As Stadia grows as a platform, it is curious to see where this feature leads and how it evolves. Number 9. Play Anywhere. One place for all the ways we play is not just a company motto. Stadia really does mean that you can play your favorite games anywhere. Playing the latest games on your PC monitor and seamlessly go to the living room TV or on the go with your mobile device, picking up exactly where you left off is a feeling like no other.
But it doesn't stop with your TV. You can bring the same incredible gaming experiences to just about all the screens in your life. Your favorite games on your laptop, desktop, and select tablets and smartphones.
This is not perfect though. With Apple's strict App Store rules, Google and other streaming services had to resort to a quick launch feature where you can launch Stadia via the browser straight to your mobile device. But even with that limitation, the feature runs great and as intended. Let's hope that Apple lets off its tight grip soon, but we won't be holding our breaths anytime soon. Number 8. The Stadia Controller. Yes, we know that the Stadia Controller is more of a hardware thing than anything, and that you can pretty much use any third-party controller, but we figured that the Stadia Controller being a part of the platform itself, we figured that it would get a pass. The Stadia Controller, although not required, is a very comfortable piece with some unique features of its own. For starters, the controller does not just feature Bluetooth, but also Wi-Fi capabilities, allowing it to connect directly to Google servers, which in turn lowers input lag and latency, something we believe is integral to cloud gaming.
While Stadia is all about ditching consoles and PCs for the best game streaming experience, the one piece of gaming hardware Google did introduce is the Stadia Controller. It's the first game controller to feature built-in Wi-Fi, which lets it connect directly with Stadia in order to reduce latency.
But that's not all though. The controller also has a headset jack and a USB-C port found on some of your favorite controllers. Add a variety of nice colors and we believe you have a recipe for a great controller. Number 7. Stadia Pro. Stadia Pro is Google Stadia's subscription service, much like that of PlayStation Plus or the recently rebranded Xbox Network. With Stadia Pro, you get free monthly games where you will be able to keep so as long as you stay subscribed to the service. And with the amount of games you are able to claim with Stadia Pro, one can argue that it's a value comparable to none. With Stadia Pro, you also get monthly discounts on games via the Stadia Store, but that's arguably not the best part of the service. Arguably, the selling point of Stadia Pro is the capability to play select games at 4K HDR and 5.1 surround sound running at 60 FPS.
Stadia Pro is our premium subscription. It gives you up to 4K resolution with 5.1 surround sound and free games regularly. The longer you're subscribed to Stadia Pro and the more free games you claim, the larger your collection will be.
4K is a feature that no other service has been able to implement at such a wide scale as Stadia. Stadia's 4K implementation is second to none, but keep in mind that streaming at 4K will use up about 20 gigabytes per hour, so if data caps are an issue, maybe 4K isn't for you, but a great feature to have nonetheless. Number 6, no downloads. When we say no downloads, we really mean no downloads. It's hard to put into perspective how great it is going from the purchase page to playing the game in a matter of seconds. That feeling is magical to say the least. And with games quickly approaching the 500 gigabyte range, it is safe to say that finding alternatives is probably a priority to some. With Stadia, you can literally play at the click of a button with absolutely no downloads. This includes game updates and game add-ons.
Time to play, choose where to play. Ooh, yes. Oh my god, it's doing it. It's working! I got it up! Oh my god. This is cool. I didn't even have to install the game or anything. It's just straight in and go.
Going from that to traditional local storage is really hard once you've seen how wonderful this feature truly is. Number 5, YouTube integration. Seen as Stadia is a subsidiary of Google, who also happens to own YouTube, gamers were right to expect to have the ability to stream directly to its sister platform. Since late 2020, Stadia gamers have been able to stream directly from Stadia itself to YouTube with no third-party software. This allows gamers to become YouTube creators with a low cost of entry.
But you click on the social features button. So you can start the stream just right there.
All that's really needed is a Stadia account, a YouTube account, have them linked together, and it's stream on. This just leaves the question of who will be the next big streamer on YouTube. Will it be you? Time will tell. Number 4, Stream Connect. Stream Connect is a feature that transforms the concept of couch co-op into a more modern thing. With Stream Connect, you can essentially send another player a copy of your play session or receive another player's, creating the feeling that they are right there with you playing the game.
Stream Connect allows you to send a copy of your current gameplay session to another player, where it gets incorporated directly into their game.
Although this feature is limited in application, the feature is definitely really great to have around, and as Stadia grows as a platform, who knows how many games will have this feature added to their games. One thing's for sure, we are definitely happy this exists. Number 3, Crowdplay. With YouTube and Stadia being sister companies, it is only natural that the game streaming platform should have unique features that can take advantage of the second biggest search engine in the world. With Crowdplay, streamers can have their communities join their play sessions in a matter of seconds.
Oh, Crowdplay, 1 of 8 joined. Oh, wow, it was that easy? Wait, it was that easy? 1 of 8 joined. Do you guys now see how to access this? 2 of 8 joined, 3 of 8 joined. It's working. It's working.
With this feature, gone are the days of manually inviting people to join your lobby. The best part of this feature is that it is as easy as clicking a tab on YouTube where it takes you to the game itself. When we think of YouTube integration, this is exactly what we all hoped for. Number 2, crowd choice. Much like Crowdplay, streamers and content creators can have their communities participate in the stream by having game-specific polls where the viewers themselves guide the streamer in the decision-making process of what to do next.
Okay, here we go, crowd choice. You pick the character that you want me to be. Bill doesn't have a capital B, so will that work, or will that disrupt it?
I haven't got a clue.
When we think of next-gen features, this surpasses that of some of Stadia's competitors, and one that makes us extremely excited to see where it goes in the future as the platform matures. With features like this, we can only imagine what's to come next for cloud gaming. Number 1, it's free. There seems to be a misconception that Stadia is a pay-to-play type of business model, but with so much misinformation out there, one can only be surprised to find out that the service itself is free to all users.
So in a time of stress and angst, the Google team has decided to release the free base model to all. and it couldn't come at a better time. No hype or drawn out date, but a full-on release to the masses, starting with Canada and US, and slowly being rolled out to other countries in the next 48 hours.
All that is needed to use is a free Stadia account, and you will be able to play some free-to-play titles. But if you wish to play some of the latest games, however, you would have to purchase the game from the Stadia store, much like you would on the PlayStation or the Xbox. But with you not having to buy any hardware, the cost of entry is much lower than its competitors. And seeing how hard it is to currently find some of these next-gen consoles, Stadia sure seems like a great deal. One thing's for sure, you definitely don't need Stadia Pro to use the game streaming service. And there you have it. Do you agree with our list? If so, let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, do us a favor and hit that like button. For more videos posted weekly, subscribe to AmeriGamer.